And welcome back to Vanessa's podcast. For all the new ones out there, thank you for listening and reaching out. And please find us on Facebook at A New Day, A New Story group. And let's put a dream together, a short little group that I built for people who want to dream and who want to achieve their dream. I want to at least put a vision together so we can get there. So it's just filled with positive posts of dreamy pictures and anything in between. So please participate, join if you feel like you are so far away from reaching your dream. That would be the perfect group for you to join. Also, there you will be able to find more information and also follow the podcast on Facebook, Vanessa's podcast, and you'll see all the previous episodes, live or not live, that I have there. And you can also follow on YouTube at Supercandle30 and see all the face-to-face interviews and all the previous excursions and trips and feedbacks, reviews that I have on there, and a few nature blogs and anything that might float your boat and makes you smile or happy or give you a little boost of positiveness. So that's the whole goal. So if you don't know about the company because you are 16, what you have to do is go on the website. So we have two websites. So if you are listening on Spreaker, you should see the link there. If you are on LinkedIn, go find me on the page because you are 16, and you'll be able to find all the website and all the greatest things that we have to give to you, all the course, all the free audiobook, free ebooks, and most of the most recent things that I'm giving away is my course, 100 hours certification for yogis out there. So if you're a new beginner and you don't know nothing about yoga, this is a perfect course for you. It's free, entirely free, and you get a pretty good understanding of the basic names and simple poses in yoga and stretches that you can do at home. So it's a very simple course that I wanted to make for the people who are not aware of what yoga can do for you, for your health, for your mind, and your overall being. So it's becoming very popular. It's barely has been 2 or 3 weeks, and we have over 500 students. So I guarantee that if you go check it out, you are gonna like it. So to get that, you just have to go to udemy.com and go on the search box, put my name, Vanessa Bush, or just put down free yoga certification and you'll see it right there. So today I have a few segments, try to be a little more organized. So I'm going to go by segment and go on different subjects. That things that I have experienced lately and I want to share with you. I hope you're still enjoying the new summer out there and then you're having a great time, you're enjoying the sun if you are used to the snow or the cold. So let's start with how tourists are perceived and viewed in the eyes of residents of lower economic countries and underdeveloped countries, resident locals. So after reading a few books and a few blogs out there on tourism and the foreigners and tourists going to those places, it's funny how people are describing how the tourist development and life, or how it used to be, has completely changed over the last 10 to 15 to 20 years due to the large sites of a large gathering of tourists going to those sacred places or the sacred monument place or those hotspots are to be visited. So because of that, all those lower economic countries have developed and concentrate their effort and their money to be focused strictly on tourists. So in a lot of those places, the only economic survival is based on the tourist visit. So what that means is that instead of being just a few tourists here and there, and them being cherished and having the best time and having being treated like kings and queens and having absolutely the best deals, the best excursions, the best group deals on all the things that they can do out there, and not being chased and asked for more money or more tips. Now this experience of being like having everything, being that luxury, having the leisure of luxury of going to those places by having to not break the bank, now turn into places where you have to worry about how much tips you have to give, have to be pursued in every corner. Someone is asking you for more change, for more money. So now basically the locals are seeing you more as a target, and they're just wondering how much tips are they going to get from you. Are they going to get enough tips? So they don't see you as oh great, they are visiting, we're so happy to see them. We'll try to make sure their stay is the best, and maybe I get something, maybe not. Now it's more focused on, oh, here's our prey, we better go after them because someone else will before us, and we're not gonna get the big chunk of change from them. So it is not between them having to battle between each other to be the first one to catch this group of tourists so we can get more cash out of them. So it's the feeling of the tourists is trying to enjoy themselves, but they've been basically chased, and every single place they go overpriced. They don't get to experience the lower price of the city, of the country, or they constantly being asked for more, constantly have to worry about their stuff, constantly having somebody asking them to buy something. So the experience that you used to have back then of having the lowest price, the best deal, is almost gone. So really, to not being chased, to be able to experience the lowest price and still a good deal, you basically have to break free of a tourist area. So the only way to do that is not to book a hotel or any accommodation in a tourist area, and try to play as a local, which might be hard to do because locals usually can catch tourists. Somebody is not known of territory of the things around you. But if you do go outside of those area and go more locals, then you'll be able to experience better deal, better price, and less people asking you for money, and less having to worry about being overcharged. So also, if you so that's my impression from just Punta Cana. Recently went there, and I saw that every single place were filled with locals trying to cash in on something from you, and they was constant, and then you could not just go to any single restaurant or fast food without being a target of them trying to make you buy more than you needed in the first place. So you will not even get the service unless you had to buy more, because for some of them you may be the only one who came across their store in a week. So they're going to see that as, oh, I'm great, we can make a little extra here. I know they have more, so let's try to ask them for more. So it can get a little bit annoying, because here you are, a tourist, you maybe spend 6 months to a year to 5 years to save to get those vacation. To get enough to go to do something, and you have a budget and you have certain things you wanted to do, and so you have to worry about being overcharged or not being able to do the things you wanted to do, or getting that taxi when it was free time or it was promised, or having to deal with all this, and then that can change your whole experience, and you might just be like, oh wow, now I spent twice the amount and I have to get back, and maybe they end up being stranded or not having a good time, or just I think you gotta really be careful, because also people who are not staying in tourist area could be in danger of having to worry about thieves and vandalism and other things, or kidnapping or other, depending on the location. So yeah, it's a thing to think about. I think also it depends about who you came with, and if you know people from the place you're going to, that probably helps. And if you come from Helpex or Wolf or backpacker or any other places where you're going directly to locals and they're showing you the ropes, and you don't have to worry about cost of living, then I probably will be a better experience of actually um, uh, really getting the best deal, and the longer experience. But that will only be if you were thinking about staying a long term and you were usually by yourself. So now let's talk about airline choice. So lately has been a burst in prices and a lower, because it's a summer, but it has been kind of high and lows in between Spirit, JetBlue, United, and a few other airlines. So I noticed that airlines, or American Airlines even, some airlines used to be really high and then they went really down because with all the COVID-19 testing requirement, vaccine. A lot of people have gave up taking flights and they're just waiting for the whole thing to be done so they start renting cars instead, and doing other things, or they just stop traveling entirely because they're just tired of it. And in some countries the requirement with COVID-19 is super strict still. Like in France, I'm still hearing a lot of stuff going on, and my family is there now, and they kind of going a little insane over there. I think they just taking it a little too seriously. With all a lot of people have vaccine already, so I don't know what's going on. Some country, you don't even go in, you don't even go out if you don't have your vaccination. Some people are very strict on their quarantine. I think Argentina, Uruguay, I'm not sure if it's Germany, but some place where it's still really strict, and then place who don't really care at all anymore, like Puerto Rico. When I went to Puerto Rico, you get a vaccine card, you don't need test requirement anymore. A lot of places don't care anymore about you testing. I think mainly if it's you going to a foreign country for the first time, you still need you test. But there's some places who are pretty loose on the COVID-19 testing, and they don't ask you to quarantine, and they don't check. So it's good to just go on the CDC, on the travel.state.gov, and you'll see all the list of countries and the requirement, and from 1 to 4 they will show you it shows you the level basically of the COVID-19 like restrictions. So it'll tell you a little bit more about which place you should avoid and which place is okay to go, or it's pretty much loose now. So it's you should probably go check on that. So when I started to travel again, I started to go with Frontier because they were the cheapest one in United States. So allows you to fly it for between 50 to less than 100 for one person.